those rivers.
Ifrei, the singer, the storyteller, who resides in the now.
You there, stranger, why are you here? Who are you? Where is my mother? She always brings the water to these falls. Oh, I see. My apologies then. She had been after me to aid her, but I saw it as her usual nagging. Maybe she really does need someone. I should go and see her. You have my thanks for the kindness you showed her. I'll tell her you kept your word. So, you have come. Her vision holds true. Stay your hand and hear my words. Dominion, Pact, Covenant. You're like school children fighting over marbles, while the world around you is on fire. I am the most humble servant to the blessed goddess Almalexia. Her divine vision foresaw your coming, as in a dream. We share a common enemy. That does not make us friends, but it does make us allies. The Prince of Schemes, the Harvester of Souls. Do not force me to speak his name. One of his dark anchors has planted itself in the ruins of what was once the town Gilvardel. Those who came to destroy it have gone missing. We must find them. Good. We will set aside differences for the sake of Tamriel. We need to know what happened here. The surviving members of the group sent to destroy the dark anchor will know best. We must split up and search. We have a better chance of finding them if we split up and search different areas. I'll meet you later. Maeve, are you all right?
Please get me out of here. I saw what they did to the others. It is a fate worse than death. We fought the worm cultists to the center of Gilvardel, beneath the hollow tree. The Dark Anchor loomed before us, swarming with Daedra, like so many others we'd seen before. But it wasn't long before we realized something was different. We couldn't budge it. Nothing we tried worked. All around it was this feeling, a chill running down our spines. It was his presence, from when he reaped the souls of Gilvardel all those years ago. It's strengthening the Dark Anchor somehow. There are evil devices planted in the earth. The worm cultists call them Fangs of Chaos. They seem to be channeling the residual magic from Molag Bal's presence into the Anchor. Ares tried to destroy one, but it killed him the instant he hit it. I don't know. If mortal weapons are useless, if even the most devastating magic fails, what hope do mere mortals have against the Prince of Schemes?
Don't worry, Maeve. I'll see you safely away from this place.
Nonsense. You and your friend here must destroy the Dark Anchor, or the others died in vain.
You always put yourself last, don't you? Maeve's account of the Fangs gives me an idea. Of course, the Fangs. It all makes sense now. Blessed Almalexia had a vision that the Prince of Schemes had sunk his teeth into the ground at Gilvardel. The Fangs she saw in her vision must be the devices Maeve described. Have you ever seen a goddess cry? It is a terrible thing to behold. So perfect a face, marred by so many tears. Almalexia's tears for Gilvardel crystallized into a beautiful gem, filled with all her fury directed at the Harvester of Souls. A goddess never suffers without purpose. The gem can destroy the Fangs of Chaos. Blessed Almalexia warned me that no mortal could wield the gem without also being destroyed by her rage. She told me to wait for the soulless, deathless one. You. Take Almalexia's tear, destroy the worm cultists. Their blood will awaken her fury. Once my goddess's fury is released from the gem, nothing, not even these Fangs of Chaos, will withstand it. I will remain at your side to see this through.
I can make my way to the shore on my own. No doubt you will cause quite the distraction.
Very well. Let's go. It is done. The Harvester of Souls' presence is receding from the land, though it is likely that this place will be forever scarred. They will try, but without the Daedra or the link to Cold Harbor, destroying the remaining worm cultists will be quick work. I will warn the Dominion of what they attempted with the Fangs of Chaos. It will not be allowed to happen again. I must send word to the Dominion of what transpired here. Almalexia sees great things from me, but whether good or bad, I can't say. Thank you for your help. If we meet again, I hope it is as allies once more. Farewell.
You let that woman murder that doctor in Fair, didn't you? Shame on you. One of my favorite things about Grahtwood is the way the stars look through the tree canopy. It really is quite lovely. But I'm letting myself grow distracted. How may I help you? There's really only Rondrin, but he's been retired for a while now.
What can I help you with?
If you are looking for custom jewelry, you should know I'm retired. My amulet! Tell me! Did it do its work? Did the Argonians suffer? The brigand who killed my son! It took all my resources to make that amulet and track him down. You see, I'm not a strong or violent man, but I do know my craft. That amulet is my masterpiece. It magnifies the guilt of taking a life, slowly overwhelming the wearer with grief until he takes his own life. It's a little bit of poetry, if I do say so myself. Although it's been so long, I was beginning to doubt it worked. What? That can't be! You're lying! The Argonian sent you, didn't he? He's not... This isn't right. This person obviously did not deserve to die. What have I done? Give me the amulet. I made it impossible to give away, but I created it, so you should be able to give it to me. I thank you for bringing me closure on my son's killer. I know what I have to do now. It's my turn to wear the amulet now. If anyone is guilty, if anyone deserves it, it's me. I created this abominable object. It's only fitting that I am destroyed by it. It's justice. Oh, gods! How was I so blind? My revenge only brought more pain into the world. I guess death is a poor substitute for justice, after all. You're right. I must end this diseased cycle. I must destroy the amulet. Never again! It is done. No one shall ever suffer at the hands of this accursed creation again. No one else should suffer my folly. Thank you, and please take this for your troubles.
Something I can do for you.
It doesn't matter if you think you saw an Arthurus eat a potato. I can't do anything without proof.
Thank you, Trethane. I won't have my good name sullied by this fanatic.
A year ago, we'd have buried him up to his neck for blasphemy.
Enough! I've given my ruling. Now both of you, please get on with your lives. I don't want to hear any more of this. Yes? How can I help you? I'm sorry you had to witness that. I knew Cormelt's citizens were zealous about the Green Pact, but sometimes they go hunting for trouble. Yes, Farina said I'm to support you in tracking down Gelthior's sons. We'll start with Lorchon, the Black Sap spy master. If we capture him first, his brother Goronir will be without eyes. And before you ask, I lost it in the war. The Black Sap rebellion started here. It won't surprise you to learn Cormelt's citizens provide food and gold to the remnants. They use special phrases to arrange meetings. If you know the phrases, you can get to the remnants. The phrases change weekly. Definitely the work of Lorchon. Lucky for you, I've done the scut work. You'll find this week's phrases in the journal next to me. I leave it to you to work out which ones to use. The Black Sap protects its own. I can't imagine they'll be happy. You'll see a list of known sympathizers in the journal. Approach them, and use the right phrase to set up a meeting with Lorchon. Find me when you're done. Everything should be in the journal. Be careful. Cormount has been crawling with Black Sap.
My husband spends so much time with his books. I can never pull him away, especially when it's time to hunt. That's strange. I haven't seen a peeper around here in quite some time. Imposter!
You leave Cormount in my stomach! I hope to be done here soon.
Talk to my father if you're looking for potions. We don't keep our stock here.
That's strange. I haven't seen a peeper around here in quite some time.
You aren't one of us.
Camoran filth!
Everything you see comes from something I killed myself. In Cormount, we use what we hunt. That's strange. I haven't seen a peeper around here in quite some time. That's true. Say, do you know why the peeper's skin is red?
Black sap light the blue flame today. It's quite glorious, isn't it?
Yes, it means good things are coming.
Hush up. We're being watched.
Everything that's strange. That's true. Say, do you know why the peeper's skin is... You're a new face. What do you want? Head to the butcher's ground. He'll be there when he's ready. We won't speak again.
Have you secured a meeting with Lorchan? Of course. It's where General Andare cut down most of their forces. The Jade Dragoons struck at night, from all directions. The Black Sap never stood a chance. They tried to surrender, but General Andare had ordered her soldiers to cleanse the area. Seems the Jade Dragoons always follow orders. No good reason, I'm sure of it. But we don't have a choice. If Lorchan shows up, you'll need to capture him. Here, these were Galthior's rings. His sons will recognize them immediately. As soon as Lorchan puts it on, he'll be transported to the hidden prison. One of Farina's more devious enchantments. He's still calling himself that? The boy needs a hobby. He once proposed we use his portals to send the contents of our latrine into a black sap camp. The perfect distraction, he said. We called him the Master of Privies for a month. We need Lorchan and his brother. See if you can get him to talk about where Goronir is hiding. You have a ring for each brother. Once you've captured them both, Farina will find you. And if we don't meet again, it's been an honor. Now back to my mind-numbing duties. Good luck out there.
I see my black sap are no match for you. Every night since the massacre, I've dreamt of the horrors the Jade Butcher brought to Cormount. It seems fitting to meet the one who brought her to justice on the very spot she slew the Black Sap. I wonder, will I have nightmares of you? Are you? I admit, I'm not one for direct confrontation. That's more Gorinir's style. I've long preferred to fade into the background, which I'll do unless you have anything of value to say. Alive? He's been missing for the better part of the year. Everyone thought him dead. I've long suspected he lives and have an inkling of who holds him. Tell me the name of his jailer, and I'll know if you speak the truth. I see. Very well, I wish to turn myself in. Take me to my father. If he's alive, I must speak with him. The Black Sap Rebellion needed my family to begin, and now it lives in the heart of the people. It will flourish in time. But I'd rather be at my father's side when it happens. I did surrender, yes? Shall we be off? My brother is in a cave on the other side of Cormount. Good luck reaching him. He has many soldiers at his command, and he's not much for talking before acting. And you should hurry before he sets his plan in motion. As I said, he's not much for talking, sometimes not even to me. I do know how much he loathes the Jade Butcher, and that he wants to repay the Dominion in kind. I told you where to find Goronir, now take me to my father. To identify me as your prisoner, so the Vine Dust don't kill me on sight? Very well. I'm ready to go when you are. How unexpected.
Now, pull him through. I could just spit.
Guards, stand down! If the intruder made it here, you'll be just another notch on the scabbard! Are you with the Vine Dusk Rangers? The Justiciars? The Fighters Guild? It doesn't matter. I know why you're here. Justice! Queen Irene invaded our land and killed our people! All in the name of the false king Camoran Eredorn! The only justice is in the soil, where her Jade Butcher slaughtered our people! And now, that very soil will rise up to take back what is rightfully ours! Our constructs already rise to take back Cormount. Those who follow the Green Pact will see the forest rise against the Dominion invaders. Fitting revenge for the Jade Butcher's work. Ifray's children loathe the outsiders who pick away at the Green. Until the Black Saps sit on the throne in Eldenroot, GRAHTWOOD itself will rise against the invaders. They weep for Gelthior. The death of my father drove them to this. You can't stop anything. It has already begun. The Dominion camps will know the pain and fear General Andare brought us one long bloody year ago. I only regret one thing. I hope to end the Jade Butcher myself, to honor the memory of my father. You're the one who did it. Tell me, when she fell to you, was it swift? Or did she linger? No, I suppose it doesn't. I'll surrender to you, but it won't end the attacks on the Dominion camps. Once unleashed, the constructs are beyond our control. Here, take this bottle. My soldiers drink it to steady their nerves before battle. Perhaps it will help with the constructs. Now, where is my father? All right, lead me to my father! A trick!
finished. We're at the West Bridge. Come, join us.
Our hero returns. For Rhino, open a portal. Meroth wants to speak with our friend.
Yes, ma'am.
Stop your relentless
bickering.
We're giving me a headache.
Come in. Good work out there. The Black Sap are leaderless, and their attack was blunted thanks to your quick work. Cormount will heal in time. We'll keep them here until the King says otherwise. Better they're thought missing than known to be alive or dead. The Black Sap leadership won't know what to do. Agreed. They're traitors. And traitors deserve no sympathy. They'd spend the rest of their days in this hole if I had any say. Here, a little present. I can't make you a Vine Dusk Ranger, but I can give you something to show you're an honorary member. They represent the King's trust, knowing we uphold the Green Pact, despite our exemption from it. You've more than earned it.
Do you have any wine? If I'm to spend the rest of my days in this hole, I think I'll develop a drinking problem.
You call this justice? The Vine Dusk used you just as the Dominion used them. You've done nothing but tighten the grasp of tyranny on GRAHTWOOD.
What?
The king won't keep us here forever. For all his flaws, my cousin believes himself to be a just man. He can't leave us here to rot.
Hey, you! Please wait! Oh, thank Ifre. I wasn't sure I would find anyone out here. My village needs help. The forest has turned against us. I don't know how else to describe it. Spriggans and Sench just started tearing through our village in numbers. We've had to take refuge in the sacred cave where we hold our religious ceremonies. Trethane Roland sent me to look for outside help. I don't know what he intends. He said something about a horrible crime. I think he thinks the forest is trying to exact justice for something. He's in the sacred cave with the others.
The one who saved Cam Tamrith and killed Rieseljul? I hope you made him suffer. Don't get many visitors. If you're here for the ruin, best to turn back. No good's come out of that place in several hundred years. Give or take a decade or so. What ruin? As if any other mattered. Leloria. Sealed up tighter than an Ansei tomb. Twice as dangerous. That's the kind of thing that happens when Daedric princes start feuding with one another. Shame what happened to Kulanway, though. Priestess of Azura. Molag Bal's been torturing her. Longer than you, me, maybe even these trees have been alive. And he's not like to stop unless someone makes him. Old Vistari tried. Haven't seen her since. Best of luck to you. Leloria's sealed up tight, and by Azura's own hand. It'll take some doing to get in. Never mind thwart Molag Bal, rescue Kulanway, and make your way back here. Say hello to Vistari if she's still kicking, will you? It's been an age.
I can't tell you how glad I am you're here. Something is horribly amiss, and we can't leave this cave without fearing for our lives until it's put right. We are followers of the Green Pact, pledged to protect the forest from all harm. In exchange, the forest shapes itself to our needs. But now the forest has turned against us, stirring the Sench to attack us and driving us into hiding. Only a gross violation of the Green Pact could cause the forest to attack us in this way. My suspicions were confirmed when we entered this cave. We found the sacred blossom, Sanguine Alendil, cut from its stem. No wonder the forest is angry. The requirements for correcting a violation of the Green Pact are well established. 3 kinds of proof are required for judgment: witness testimony, physical evidence, and a magical omen. Without all 3, no judgment can be rendered. I've been able to narrow the suspects by talking to the villagers, but to gather more evidence we'd need to leave this cave. For as long as justice is denied under the Green Pact, the forest will destroy any of us who set foot outside this cave. You have my gratitude. There are 3 suspects whose behavior has been called into question. Arlanak, the Khajiit merchant, Spinner Eranas, and his wife Gathiel. I suggest talking to my people to find possible witness testimony before venturing into the town.
Please, it wasn't me. How could it be me? I am a Khajiit. Only wood elves can break the Green Pact.
So Trethane Rallan has you looking into the destruction of the sacred flower. I hope you understand this isn't just about a plant. The Green Pact defines us. Our whole way of life is based on it. I hope you take the investigation seriously. I'm happy to answer any questions you have, but I can tell you already that it was our spinner. That merchant is harmless. He only gets what people ask him to acquire, and I've never seen him harm a leaf. If it weren't for him, we'd be cut off from the rest of the world entirely. He's an alchemist. He makes unnatural concoctions with plants. He claims to never use anything forbidden, but everyone knows that alchemists need lots of herbs to do their work. I am willing to testify against him for bringing this down on us. I won't stand any bad-mouthing of Gathiel. Sure, she's married to that alchemist, but she's nothing like him, rooting around in the dirt for dead leaves. The way she carries herself, her beauty, her refinement, she would never stoop so low.
I heard you've been made Pact Advocate. Is this true? I want to help in any way I can. The Green Pact is sacred, and the person who broke it must be brought to justice. Anything to fix this. Aranak's been in our town for years. Why would he suddenly decide to do this? Besides, the Pact is a special bond between the Wood Elves and the Forest. I don't think the Forest would react this way if Aranak were guilty. Aranis is a good man. He's the village spinner, so it's his job to pass on the stories of the Wood Elves and the Green. I learned about the Green Pact from his stories when I was a child. He would never endanger the village, or break the Pact. A real piece of work. Always scheming, that one is. Spinner's wife or not, I'm sure she's guilty. She's been sick for weeks and just happens to get better the night the Pact was broken? I testify against her in a heartbeat.
So Trethane Rowland wants you to investigate the violation of the Green Pact. I don't see what there is to investigate. The culprit is plain enough, but I'm happy to help.
Ask what you want, but I think it's obvious who did it. That Khajiit has always held our traditions in contempt.
The night the Green Pact was broken, there was a terrible storm. I was sitting by the window, watching the lightning. That's when I saw that filthy cat sneak off into the woods towards the cave. I will happily testify against him. Spinner Arenas is our guiding light. He helped heal my cousin when she got sick, and has always been a staunch defender of the Green Pact. It's offensive he's even under suspicion. Gathiel has her moments of ego, but she's a loyal member of this community. We were all praying for her during her recent illness, and were thrilled at her recovery. I don't think she's capable of this crime.
We stand ready to hear your findings, Advocate. I encourage you to ask the suspects about any evidence you found before making an accusation. Remember, once you have made an accusation, you must present the supporting evidence as requested. I understand.
Please, it wasn't me. How could it be me? I am a Khajiit. Only wood elves can break the Green Pact. Yes, there was a storm the other night. And storms bring lightning. What does that prove? I should have chosen a better place to keep my car, that is all. Please, it wasn't me. How could it be me? And if I did cut the flower, that does not solve the wood elves' problem. The Green Pact is their custom. I got an anonymous order for a flower and I filled it. I did not know the flower was sacred. The one who placed the order is guilty, not me. Please, it wasn't me. How could it be me? I am a Khajiit. I was out in the storm trying to clear away fallen branches and protect my cart. For all the good it did. Please, it wasn't me. How could it be me? I am a Khajiit.
It's truly terrible what has come upon the village, but I promise I'm not the one responsible. It's my duty as Spinner to teach the children about the Green Pact. I would never violate it. Alchemy is not a common practice among wood elves, so it's understandable that there's some confusion. The only plant material I've ever used were leaves and flowers that naturally fell to the ground, as per our laws. It's truly terrible what has come upon the village, but I promise I'm my sigil. It's unfortunate, but there was a fierce storm the other night. What's a tangle of dead branches against a gale like that? That's assuming the storm did it. Someone could have easily destroyed my sigil to make me look guilty. It's truly terrible what has come upon the village. But I promise I'm not... I know what it looks like, but I didn't cut that plant. I found it in the forest by the dead tree. It was already cut. I thought it was a gift from Ifrit. to cure my wife of a wasting sickness. Please, you must believe me. It's truly terrible what is coming.
I would never violate the Green Pact. I've lived by it all my life. It is unthinkable. I was sick, yes, but my husband and I prayed to Ifre, and she saw fit to heal me. I suppose to a jealous eye it could look suspicious, but it's not evidence of guilt. On the contrary, some might say Ifre has rewarded our faithfulness. I would never violate the Green Pact. I've lived by it. Why, yes, that is my sign. And the sign of several others in this village. Surely it was shining because I was being blessed with good health after a period of such long sickness. I am still thanking the Divines for choosing to spare me. I would never violate the Green Pact. I've lived by it all my life. It is unthinkable. How dare you? You read my most private thoughts and then hold them against me as evidence? Last I heard, thinking was not a crime. So callous. How would you feel if you were dying? Wouldn't you seek a cure? Of course I looked for something that would help, but in the end it took faithful prayer and nothing else. I would never violate the Green Pact.
We stand ready to hear your findings, Advocate. I encourage you to ask the suspects about any evidence you've... Remember, if you are truly ready, please name the accused. You have formally accused Gathiel, the wife of our spinner, of breaking the Green Pact. Who do you have to stand in testimony against the accused? Citizen, please step forth as accuser. Advocate, what physical evidence do you have to present to us? We accept this diary into evidence. Please place it on the table. Please present the final piece of evidence, an omen from the heavens portending the guilt of the accused. We accept this astrology chart into evidence. Please place it on the table. Please allow me a moment to review the evidence you have presented, Advocate. After a careful review of the evidence provided to this court, I find the spinner's wife, Gathiel, guilty as charged.
I'm sorry. I'm so
Advocate,
sorry.
we have asked much of you in this terrible
I was
affair, but
afraid
I
to
must
die.
rely upon you for one final sacred task. Please escort the prisoner to the judgment chamber below.
I think it best if I move on from here soon. I may have been exonerated, but these elves will never look at me the same. So many of them were so sure of my guilt.
No. Oh, Gathiel. Oh, Gathiel. How could you have done this?
This isn't real. This is all a bad dream. This can't be happening. This can't be happening. didn't have a choice. It was just one plant. I would have died otherwise.
Blood for blood. It is done.
It is done. It is done. It is done.
You have done what we could not. You have restored us to the Green Pact. All is right, even if all is not yet well. Thank you. Gathiel was the gem of our village. It's still hard to believe, but who could blame her for wanting a cure to her illness? The Green Pact is a harsh burden sometimes. Still, we are grateful to you. You're welcome here anytime.
Approach, mortal.
Mortal, you stand above the sealed ruins of Leyloria. Within is a gateway to Cold Harbor, where my priestess, Kulanway, suffers at the hands of Molag Bal. Her pain is so great, it has torn a hole between worlds. This injustice must end. I am the Daedric Prince of Dawn and Dusk, the Mother of the Rose, who sealed Leyloria away from your world. I am Azura, mortal, and I would put an end to Kulanway's long suffering beneath its gates below. When Vestari found these ruins and sought to end Kulanway's torment, she failed and was lost. Go to Vestari's tower, follow her footsteps, and mortal, do not fail as she did. A powerful wizard who built the tower behind you. She studied Leyloria for years, always patient, until finally she found a way through. But despite her preparations, Molag Bal's servants overwhelmed her companions. She was forever lost.
Again. Greetings, outsider. As the will of my prince is eternal, I heed your call. Azura. You know of Azura, don't you? Erai the Fleet, she named me. But that was long ago. This shriveled vessel is but a shadow of my former glory. My wings ache to soar the skies of oblivion once more. Vestari pierced the seal with a relic known as the Twilight Heart. It still stands before the gates of Leyloria, bereft of magical energies. You'll need to feed its souls, and with all these Daedra about, you'll have your pick. The wizard Vestari kept quite the stock of sigil geodes, which I suppose should do. There are still some around. I can smell them from here. Here are the sigil geodes. A little dust, quite simple to use. Pointed at the daedra you want to absorb, and the sigil geode does the rest. Just so. The power! I'd forgotten how it feels! Follow, outsider! Come see my prince's glorious domain!
Yes, Irai, despite your efforts.
My prince's children were legion. They should have overwhelmed you.
Molag Bal's chattel are nothing to me.
Blasphemy!
Stranger, if you're a foe to Molag Bal, stand with me.
Fools! I'll feast upon your eyes!
Nowhere to fly, see you. You can't escape me. The sigil geode? Do you still have it? Touching the sigil geode to Irai's forehead will absorb her soul. It's the only way we'll ever leave this place. If she dies outside of that stone, we'll spend the next century counting the tiles in this place. I noted 32,708, but you're welcome to check my figures. In the depths of this ruin is a portal leading straight to Cold Harbor. We can only close it from the other side. Once in Cold Harbor, we'll have no hope of escape unless Irai is inside that stone. Quickly! I can't keep this up for long.
It doesn't matter what you do to me. You'll be dead or trapped for 1,000 years. Molag Bal is my prince, you fool! I let Vistari believe I was Azura's servant, just as I let you believe. I led you into Cold Harbor's grasp, morsels for the god of schemes to pick from between his teeth. My prince is endless. No mortal can defeat him. I do hope you find Kulanway and gaze upon the instruments of her torment. One day it will be you upon the rending pinions, and I will bask in your boundless woe.
At last! After all, I'm not one to hope any creature suffers. But with Irai, I'll make an exception. She can spend eternity in the Sigil Geode for all I care. Irai is bound to her tablet. While she's within the Sigil Geode, we can use her as a tether to escape from Cold Harbor. If I hadn't been so quick to destroy her those years ago, my companions would still be alive. Come, we should retrieve Kulanway. At the base of these ruins is the hole her torment tears between worlds. But the moment we enter, Molag Bal's servants are likely to sense our presence. I'd have long ago made the attempt myself, if I had anywhere to flee. We must find Kulanway and free her from whatever cruel device causes her so much pain. Doing so should end her torment. When she no longer cries out, the rift between Cold Harbor and Leyloria should close. I hope. I kept this library clear of Daedra, but the chambers beyond are home to a variety of the creatures. It may be best to avoid them. Can you feel her suffering, her agony? For 1,000 years, her pain tunneled through the void, always reaching for her last memories of her life free of suffering. No more!
We end this today. Shatter the soul prisoner. They've shackled Kulan Way to the
Thank you.
We've done it. We freed Kulan Way from her torment. Oh, it was worth the wait. Irai brought us both through the seal. It's only fitting she bring us back. I can use the sigil geode to trace her soul back, and then it's a simple matter to open a portal. Are you ready? Then prepare yourself. Departing Cold Harbor is never easy. It is good to stand beneath the sky once more, to feel the breeze upon my skin. And I wouldn't have made it here without you. My home is always open to you, should you care to visit. 88 years, 3 months, 11 days, 13 hours, 7 minutes. All right, I'm showing off. I used a simple spell to mark the time. It was the first thing I did when I realized I was trapped. It's not entirely precise, so I had to guess the minutes. Clear my Tower of Daedra for one, memorialize my companions who did not return, organize my effects. Then I'll find out what has transpired in this world since I left. I have some catching up to do. For a time, though I expect my attention shall be drawn elsewhere soon enough. There was something different in Cold Harbor. The air was a little too full, the fires too bright. Molag Baal's Corner of Oblivion holds many secrets. I plundered several from his halls a lifetime ago. Did you know? I did it to impress a boy. What a fool I was. Telakar. A powerful mage. Brilliant. Always focused upon his work. Hardly striking, though such things never matter to me. It took my escapade in Cold Harbor to convince him there were adventurous women outside of his books. But that was long ago. I have. Why do you ask? Then you know the tale it tells. Did you find anything else? I hoped that wretched thing would fade away. It was a pale shadow of my son, nothing more. Kalian died so long ago, but my husband couldn't put him to rest. You didn't meet my husband, did you? That makes no sense. An animated shade would have no desire to escape. It would only approximate reason. Tell me, why did it want to escape? Reason, fear, a sense of self-preservation. No, what have I done? You met Kalian's true spirit. I spurned it, him, as a mockery of my son's memory. Forgive me. I will set this right, but I don't care to speak of it right now.
Kulanwe, beloved of the Wild Ones, my priestess returns from the clutches of Cold Harbor at last. So I have seen. A mortal has managed what the eternal dead could not. Much when it is time. You have taught humility to a Daedric prince, mortal. Tread carefully, for he will attempt to exact his revenge. Now go with my blessing. When I have need of you, you will know.
you require? Have need of a...